Welcome to our channel, Storm Rider. The USS Zumwalt DDG 1000 destroyer represents one of the most advanced and futuristic warships ever developed by the United States Navy, and by 2026, continues to spark curiosity, admiration, and debate in both defense circles and among naval enthusiasts. This ship, often described as looking like it has sailed straight out of a science fiction movie, combines a strikingly unconventional design with cutting-edge technology aimed at reshaping naval warfare for decades to come. To understand what makes the Zumwalt so special, it's important to look at its design, performance, features, and the role it plays in modern naval strategy, while also considering its strengths and limitations in a real-world context. The first thing that strikes anyone seeing the Zumwalt is its appearance. Unlike traditional warships that have a clear superstructure and an angular profile bristling with visible weapons, the Zumwalt has a sleek, pyramid-like shape that tapers as it rises. This design is not just for aesthetics. It plays a critical role in stealth. With a hull built using what's known as a tumble-home design, the ship is designed to minimize its radar cross-section. In simple terms, it looks much smaller on enemy radar than it actually is. Despite being over 600 feet long and displacing around 15,000 tons, radar systems would struggle to pick it up, sometimes mistaking it for a much smaller vessel like a fishing boat. This stealth capability allows the Zumwalt to operate closer to hostile shores without being easily detected, a major advantage in modern combat where radar tracking and missile targeting are key threats. Moving beyond the shape, the Zumwalt is powered by an advanced integrated power system that sets it apart from traditional destroyers. Rather than relying on separate engines for propulsion and onboard electrical systems, it generates an enormous amount of electricity, close to 78 megawatts, that can be distributed flexibly throughout the ship. To put that into perspective, this is enough electricity to power a small city. This surplus of power is not only useful for propulsion and conventional weapons, but it also positions the Zumwalt as a platform that can accommodate future weapon systems such as railguns and directed energy weapons like lasers. In many ways, the ship was designed not only for today's needs, but also to serve as a testbed and platform for the weapons of tomorrow. In terms of weapons, the Zumwalt has a unique loadout. It carries the Advanced Gun System, AGS, which was originally designed to fire long-range precision projectiles over 60 miles inland to support ground forces. However, the cost of the specialized ammunition for these guns skyrocketed, leading to complications in their use. While the AGS remains a fascinating piece of technology, the Navy has shifted focus toward adapting the Zumwalt for other missions, including long-range missile strikes. The ship is equipped with vertical launch systems that can fire a variety of missiles, including Tomahawk cruise missiles for land attack missions, anti-ship missiles, and missile defense systems. This makes the Zumwalt versatile in engaging targets on land, at sea, and even in the air. One of the more interesting aspects of the Zumwalt is how it redefines the role of a destroyer. Traditionally, destroyers are multi-role ships, smaller and more maneuverable than cruisers, meant to protect fleets and project power in different combat scenarios. The Zumwalt, on the other hand, operates more like a hybrid between a destroyer and a capital ship. Its size is far larger than most destroyers, and its advanced systems give it capabilities beyond the standard role. In fact, many naval analysts describe it as a ship that blurs traditional categories, being both a frontline strike platform and a potential command ship for high-tech naval operations. Inside the Zumwalt, technology and automation play a huge role in its day-to-day operations. One of the most impressive elements is its reduced crew requirement. A ship of this size would normally require well over 300 sailors to operate. But thanks to high levels of automation in navigation, weapons handling, and engineering, the Zumwalt can operate with around 140 crew members. This reduction not only saves money over time, but also highlights how the Navy is embracing automation to reduce human workload in complex environments. The interiors are also far more spacious and modern compared to traditional warships, providing improved living conditions for sailors on long deployments. Performance-wise, the Zumwalt is no slouch. It can reach speeds of over 30 knots, which is more than sufficient for a ship of its size. and it has a range of thousands of miles without needing to refuel, giving it the endurance required for long missions across the world's oceans. Its stealth and electronic warfare systems also give it an edge in environments where traditional ships might be more vulnerable. However, the Zumwalt is not without its controversies and criticisms. One of the biggest challenges has been cost. Originally envisioned as a class of over 30 ships, the Zumwalt program was scaled back dramatically due to rising expenses. The result is that only 3 Zumwalt-class destroyers were built, making each one incredibly expensive. Some estimates place the cost per ship at over $4 billion, not including research and development. This has led to debates about whether the Navy could have invested in a larger number of more conventional destroyers, instead of a small number of cutting-edge but highly specialized ships. Still, despite these concerns, the Zumwalt plays a vital role as a technological pioneer. Many of the systems developed for the ship, from its integrated power grid to its automation and stealth features, are expected to influence future naval vessels. In this way, even if the Zumwalt class remains small in number, its legacy will likely be felt across generations of ships to come. By 2026, the Navy has been actively redefining the mission of the Zumwalt-class destroyers. With the limitations of the AGS guns, focus has shifted toward enhancing missile capabilities, making the ship an advanced strike platform with long-range precision firepower. Additionally, its ability to generate massive amounts of electricity keeps it at the forefront of experiments with next-generation weaponry, meaning that the Zumwalt might eventually become one of the first warships to deploy railguns or high-energy lasers in real-world operations. Another element worth noting is the psychological impact of the Zumwalt. Its futuristic look and reputation as one of the most advanced warships ever built send a strong signal of technological superiority. Naval power is not only about physical capability, but also about deterrence, and the Zumwalt serves as a symbol of the Navy's willingness to push boundaries and invest in future forward designs. Adversaries know that facing a ship like the Zumwalt is not just about confronting today's weapons, but also preparing for the unknown technologies it may field in the near future. In summary, the USS Zumwalt DDG 1000 destroyer in 2026 stands as a remarkable blend of futuristic design, advanced technology, and naval ambition. Its stealth profile makes it one of the hardest ships to track. Its integrated power system prepares it for the weapons of tomorrow, and its automation reshapes how crews operate at sea. While cost and mission challenges remain, the ship continues to be a cornerstone of innovation for the Navy and a symbol of how naval warfare is evolving. Whether seen as a bold leap into the future or a costly experiment, the Zumwalt undeniably captures the imagination and represents the cutting edge of maritime power. For viewers fascinated by modern military technology, the Zumwalt offers a glimpse of what tomorrow's oceans might look like, a place where stealth, electricity, and advanced automation redefine the balance of power on the seas.